Southside to uptown, the city is back, cause we are. I know you see the sun on the map. Yeah, we are. Yeah, cause we been on the map. You could better step when that I put my city on my back. Man, I swear these niggas lying if they say my city down. You could better step when that I put my city on my back.
I'ma do it for my Wizards again. We going all the way this year. What?
What's going on, Wiz Nation, Wizards fans? What is good? Y'all know who it is. It's your boy Camingo, and we're back from the All-Star break. We kicked off second half season, resulted 2 losses. Winnable games. We had a chance to beat New York, chance to beat Chicago. We couldn't do it. We're 20-32. Possibly should have been 30-30, but here we are again. Every time we go on a nice stretch of winning, it's back to down to earth again. So we're pretty much a strict team right now. We can get hot one week, we can go to farm, but this cannot happen at this moment because we are over a month away to the postseason start. We're almost there to March, going to April. So we got 20 games left to go before the season ends. So they gotta do something, man, because it's getting very irritating right now. But let's get started. Let's kick off the show from the Knicks game on Friday night. That first quarter, it was all about the unicorn. Did you see the unicorn go ham again? It's what the sixth time this season where we get the unicorn going early in first quarter, scoring what? He had 19, a career high in any quarter, first, second, third, fourth, whatever. His best quarter of his career. He made 5 threes in the quarter. I'm like, so, because when it gets going, we get off to a early, because we were up, going up, let me see, we were up by 11 points going to the second quarter, and in mid second quarter, it was the hell, because we were doing good, especially the second quarter. You see DeLon Wright, right? My man Wright knocking down threes. It was, and once he hit 10 threes, the team it was a 3-point barrage, and we were up 19 point midway to the second quarter, and once Kyle Kuzma did when you notice thing, it means like too small, and he's Randall. Guess what happened? Randall went ham on us the whole game. And he said, like Bradley Beal last week against the Timberwolves, he said, "Give me the ball, I'm gonna score." And boy, did he did. Like he was hitting threes, especially the three. Yeah, threes. I'm like, dude. And he did terrible. And you saw him in the 3-point contest, right? He was awful. But he went nuts in the second quarter and the whole game. He had 26 points in the first half, and it continued in the third quarter. And once they got the lead, I was like, comeback complete. But once we got our lead back, guess who gave us our engine? Denny Avdia. And then he gave us a 6-point lead after we down by 4 or 5 points, something like that. But I'm gonna get the fourth quarter. I'm gonna get to these. I'm gonna get to the last 2 minutes of the game. I think last 2 minutes, and KB hit some free throws and all that. Both Randall and KP hitting free throws. Brad had a big three to tie the game, and Jalen Brunson. And to me, I did see that was a travel. He did travel on that play to go up by 2, because I think the league came the next day that Brunson did travel on that play. And I'm like, once again, referees, they do this every time. Every time they do something, ref missed a call, and they come in the next day, they said he did. They do it to us almost every year. And why did KP shoot a desperation 3? Like, why? We did not need a 3 with 38 seconds left to go, something like that. Like, why? Like, why would you shoot a desperation 3? I mean, we don't need to just just get a quick two. If you onside three is when you're open. And then why we did not foul with like is a once difference in the game and shot clock, like if it was if it's like 1 or 3 seconds more, you got to foul, and we didn't do that and got easy two, and the ball game was over. Now let's get to these numbers real quick. Wizards, KP, he could have more than 23 points. I know. I think he banged knee with the Denny out there. That I think that kind of really affected him throughout the game because he did felt it after that. So he could have at least 35 points if it went for Danny run to KP's knee like that. He had 20 points, 5 of 10 shooting, 5 of 9 from 3, 6 boards. Kuzma, he was quiet. He finished 20 points. He had a bad shooting game, especially from 3. He was 3-12 from 3s and 10-23 from the field. Bill, I know he's come out. I need to coming in. And he's questionable going to foot throwing it, but he was okay. 16 points, 14 shooting, so he was okay. And shout out to DeLon Wright. He had 15 points. All his field goals were threes. He made five of them. 5 3, 5 of 7. And the player of the game was, like I mentioned, Julius Randle. He came out, had 46 points, only 2 rebounds. He didn't really dominate on the boards. It was his scoring that was. Okay, you know, Reynolds is known for he's a big time rebounder in this league, but at least we helped him 2 rebounds. You know what I'm saying? And Brunson, who did kill the Wizards the first 2 meetings against them, he finished with 13 points, 6 of 20 shooting, and didn't hit a 3, but at least he had 9 assists though. So at least he wasn't scoring. He was being a passer. So field goals was almost even. We shot 49%. Knicks 48, and we made 19 threes out of 44. That's 43%, and it still lost. And while Knicks were 12 of 29 shooting, that's 40%, so almost even the field goal percentage. And we made all 12 free throws, and Knicks were 13 of 16. But the rebound, man, we were -9. We were us 43 to 34, 12 of them on the offensive end. But the reason we lost was the turnovers. Once again, turnovers. Had 17 of them. You can't do that against a Knicks team who is one of the best defensive teams in the NBA. So that really did us in. Now to go on to, let's go to Chicago. Because that game was ugly. It was ugly pretty much literally the whole game because it was a defensive battle. I didn't expect out of this from the Wizards because we were playing pretty good defense almost the whole game. And it was a game run. Every time Bulls gonna run, we gonna run. It was a never-ending cycle until the fourth quarter when they blew us out in the fourth quarter. So I don't know what it was, but it probably was the afternoon game. It was a 2:30 start their time in Chicago. I think we're 0-2, 0-3 now afternoon game. I think we're not accustomed playing afternoon games. You know what I'm saying? All the time, like them elite teams do. You know what I'm saying? But it was one of those nights. We didn't have KP. We didn't have Monty Morris. It wasn't. We had no offensive game, and we held to a season low 82 points. And the Bulls, that was a good pickup getting Patrick Beverly because ever since he came in, they've been holding teams to under 90 points. So I'm like, are y'all turning to the 90s Bulls again? But I'm gonna get to the numbers real quick for the Wizards. Bill led all Wizards scored with 18 points, 7 out of 17 shooting, 1 of 3 from 3. He had 7 boards and 8 assists, going through 3 turnovers. And shout out to Dan Gafford. He had a good game against his former team. He had 50 points, 11 boards, 2 steals, and a block. And DeLon Wright, he's been a different person since the All-Star break. He had 14 points, 6 or 7 shooting, 2 or 3 from 3. And Kuzma was bad again. Only 10 points, 4-18 shooting, 1 of 8 from 3. It was one of those days. One of those games where he's not the same Kyle Kuzma since the Portland game where he came back from an ankle injury and had a 30-point game. And for the Bulls, DeMar happened. 29 points, 11, 15 shooting, didn't take a three because he's not a 3-point shooter. He's a mid-range shooter. He's probably the best mid-range shooter in league right now. Levine had 27, 11, 18 shooting. When those two go off, they combined what? They were 22 of 33. When those two go off, you're not beating the Bulls. Period. And Vucevic has 16 points, 13 boards, so the big three combined for 56, 72 points. They almost outscored the Wizards. Yes, we had 82, they had 72 combined. And Clay White, my boy Clay White, UNC guy, had 17 points, 6 of 8 shooting, 3-5 from the three-point line. So he was that boost for them in the fourth quarter. Well, it's because that's here. We shot 42%. They shot 50%. Both teams struggled 3. Bulls were 8 of 30. We were 6 of 28. And we missed free throw. We missed 11 of them. We were 12 of 23, which is 50%. And you see the play where Bill missed 3 free throws. All 3. He fouled 3. We were in beginning of fourth quarter. You missed all 3 free throws, bro. I'm like, really? I'm like, that is not Brad whatsoever. I never seen that before. That pretty much was the dagger in the heart right there when Bill missed those 3 free throws. It could have cut to 4 points. We did win the board, though. We were plus 3, 42-39, so I'm okay with that. We have 12 offensive boards, but we couldn't get any scoring from that. And once again, yet again, turnovers. 16 of them. 16 turnovers. The Bulls had 8. And Bulls they're good in forcing turnovers because when you do, they go on a fast break. So before we go to break, it's now over yet. We're still 10th place in the Eastern Conference, and Bulls are barely right there behind us, barely. So it's not over yet. Still not over. We still got 20 games left to go in our season. So all I gotta do is be ahead of the Bulls throughout the season. Because if the Bulls are better than us going after the season, we're done. But I don't know what's happening if we tie. If we tie, what's gonna happen? I think it comes down to what's better conference record. I think that's how it works. So we're gonna come back. We're gonna go around the NBA. So stay tuned.
Add to the cup. Gafford, clean it up, and 1.
Points, 4 rebounds, only missed a shot. You're not going to miss too many in that area.
Listen to Daniel Gafford's primal reaction.
Okay, we are back. We haven't done this in a while, but bringing it back. It's that time for headlines. Now, what we're gonna talk about in headlines is let's talk about these I've been hearing about these second half stories, what's gonna happen, and all week long it was Lakers, all talk. It's like they're gonna make a push for the playoffs or the playing tournament, but give them credit, they've been balling, but they're still in 12th place in the West, so don't get too overconfident and say, "Oh my God, they're gonna win basically every game from here on out." Because do you see that game against Dallas coming back from 27 points down? Now that was impressive. I know like when the Warriors, people like, "Oh my God, we are back!" Like you beat a Warriors team that had no staff, no Andrew Wiggins. Like come on, but being Dallas, I'll give you that. But still got a long way to go. You're still number 12. So stop acting like y'all like number 5 or 4 or 3 or something like that. Like you're not a champion team if you're a 12 seed. Because I said this last week. I was like, stop saying they're gonna be a champion or something. They're not gonna do nothing. Cause watch them lose in the first round to possibly Denver. probably gonna be Denver because they can play. They're gonna be a 10 seed, 10 or 9. You're not gonna be 8, 7, 6. I know the West is tight though, but you gotta make sure every team loses. But it's not happening. Cause you gotta make sure. Cause if y'all lose some game, then y'all ain't going nowhere. Cause hopefully, NBA, please be assured them don't get in the playoff. Cause I'm tired of all this like, oh, we got LeBron, we got AD, yada. Like just get him out as possible, please. Cause I'm tired of all this bull crap. Now, next headline I want to talk about is: did y'all see that game? The Kings and the Clippers double overtime, second highest scoring game in the history of the league. And like the Kings, now that was a team that everyone assumed that they were gonna fall off because they played their three. That's a fluke number 3, but they're proving everyone they're here to stay. I think, in my opinion, I think what they've been playing this season, I think they're gonna keep that at number 3 seed. It ain't gonna fall to 4. If they get 3, then that's a respect right there because I'm tired of saying like oh my god they're not experiencing. Not like experiencing the playoffs to me is overrated. I don't care if you're young, old, mid, whatever. You're in the playoffs for a reason. That's all I gotta say. But shout out to the Kings, man, because y'all gonna end that long drought. That long drought of not being playoff how long? For 17 years, something like that, 16 years. It's crazy. Now I'm gonna look at this stand real quick. I said, who's gonna get the 1 seed? Boston or Milwaukee? Cause they're Boston, Milwaukee wins, Boston wins. Milwaukee wins, cause who wants that number 1 spot in the Eastern Conference? That's all I want to know. And the Knicks, who the Wizards lose on Friday, they might get that 5th seed. Cause I think Brooklyn, they're falling apart and stuff. Cause you know KD and Kyrie is gone, and Harden include him. But that big 3 is gone. But I think Knicks can get that 5 seed and probably face the Cavaliers in the first round. Now that could be an interesting matchup. Now, who's gonna be 3, 4, 5, 6? You know, Kings, the Suns, the Clippers. Like, who wants that 3rd spot? To me, I need the Kings. To me, King gonna be that 3rd spot. But 4, 5, 6, it's gonna be coming to cutting. One of the things people say, I want the King in the 1st round. And I said, don't be fooled, cause we seen teams that we want them, and then we say, careful what you wish for. But the playing tournament in the West is gonna be crazy, because we assume that maybe the Warriors are in that 7th, 8th spot, they're gonna win it, but we get the last spot, it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be real tough. Same in the Eastern Conference, but it's gonna be the Bulls or Wizards, in my opinion. Who's gonna get the last spot? The Bulls or maybe the Raptors, but it's still early. We got a long way to go. We got like what, 6 weeks left to some of that to season ends. Got playing time. Now come out for the Wizards. We got 4 games. We got the Hawks Tuesday, the Raptors Thursday, the Raptors again Saturday, and the Bucks Sunday. It got pushed back because there's news that our game with the Pistons got postponed back in February 1st to next Tuesday. So looking forward to that, because we should have been 5-0 in that road trip. Believe me, but yeah, Bucks got pushed back to we'll play the Bucks next Monday, but it pushes back to this comes like they want to play us they want to play us 3 nights in a row. So, but I'm gonna give Atlanta quick. Remember I told you how the Hawks fired their coach? When they fired their coach, we were supposed to be on TNT on Tuesday, and when the Hawks fired their coach, the other day I said to take us out, because the Hawks said, you know what, we don't need you. You know what I'm saying? I said, that's fine with me, because don't worry, we'll get our TV time if we play tournament or playoffs. You can trust me on that. And and we can beat Toronto back-to-back because we're at home. And Milwaukee, we have a chance because Giannis not 100%. I know he's dealing with his wrist and his quad. Cause he didn't play this past Sunday, and cause he played a little bit Friday. He played like what 8 minutes of play. So we shall see. So Wizards fans, just keep the faith. Fingers crossed. Not yet. We got 20 more games to go. So that's everybody. Thank y'all for watching. Y'all know the deal. Follow me on Twitter at Kimingo. Same Instagram. My Wiz page, Twitter is at Wiz_Nation. Instagram, Nation_Wiz. Thank y'all. Peace.